morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. I've got a bit of time today, and I'm going to be doing something that I've been meaning to do for ages, and that is to put some of these lovely little metal corners onto a journal that I've recently made. You can buy these little metal corners in a variety of different sizes. Actually, let me just take one of these out. And some of them have different patterns. You can get them from Amazon, you can get them from Temu. These ones I think I got from Temu. You could get them from Shane. Yeah, Light in the Box I think's also got them. Yeah, there are quite a few online stores that have them. They're just made from aluminium, and you get them in a variety of different colors and in a variety of different sizes. So the ones that I've just recently purchased in this bronze, the gold and the silver, you can see are quite a lot smaller than the previous ones that I had bought, which are slightly bigger. So one of the first things that you're going to need to consider when doing these little book corners on your journals is the spacing that's here, and to make sure that that actually fits nicely the size of the thickness of your cover. So this one that I have here, which is the larger one, is actually going to be too deep. And by deep, I mean, let me just find what my son would say is a pointy stick. The depth is this space here. It's going to be too deep for this space. There's going to be a lot of play on that. So I'm not going to use that, but I am going to use one of these little smaller silver ones, which if I was just to press it on, you can feel almost hugs the cover of the book really nicely. And for the size of this journal that I'm doing, I think it's going to be great. So for this size of the journal, the smaller one is my preference, and I'm going to need to have 4 of these little silver corners to do all 4 sides. I just find when I'm using these that they just give your book a little bit more class, and also they do help protect these corners from when you're pulling in and out of different things. I'm going to be using some of these little jewelry pliers which have this flat edge inside on the middle. Can you see that? To just crimp them together, or otherwise squash them, but I don't want to leave marks from the pliers there. So I have a piece of Amazon packaging here, and I think that this little bit in the middle here would do me just well as a little protection from the imprint of the pliers. So I'm just going to break this down. It doesn't matter if it's not particularly neat, it's just an aid. And then I think I'm going to just maybe cut a little piece off here, just big enough for me to use to fold over. So if I had to fold this over maybe this way, my little corners would fit in there. So because these ones fit really snugly onto my journal, oh goodness me, I've got fingers that just drop everything today. It must be the cooler weather. That fits fairly snugly. I'm not actually going to worry to put glue on. If your corner didn't fit as well as this one did, I would put a little bit of glue underneath. Then to protect the design on here, I'm actually just going to place this piece of cardboard over that, and now I'm going to use my jewelry pliers just to squeeze that down, and just make sure that you are crimping the whole design in, getting your corners all snug into the corner, and you can see that that's not going to go anywhere. Now I'm just going to do the next one. You'll find if you're doing a soft cover book that it's quite nice just to round the corners first. What I've done here is I've pushed the corner on, I've pushed these 2 sides inwards so that this little gap becomes less, and then you'll find that you get a nice clean fit. So again, just covering it just to protect it. I'm going to use my jewelry pliers all over just to crimp it down, and that's going nowhere. So let me just flip over to the other side now. And you can see that this is actually quite a quick process, which is really lovely, because if you have a gift to do in a hurry, or you've got a shipment of things to go out, it's really not going to take you a long time just to add this little detail to your journal. Right, just make sure that they're all nice and snug. That one could do with a little bit more on this corner and the edge. There we go. And the last corner. About choosing different color little corners, and I mean there are more colors than just these if you go onto some of the websites. You can really add a nice detail and finish to your design that you've done on your journal cover. Right, so there we have it. That didn't take very long at all, and I've now got my nice little book covers on, my book corners, sorry I can't even speak today, all nicely crimped on. And this was a sewing journal that I did, and I'll link the video for this below in case any of you are interested. But I just think that that has finished off that journal really nicely. Right, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel. Bye for now.